Hey, Algebra 1, we got your cool down for today. I believe it's lesson 15. And we're comparing these data sets of the mascots. New pet food company wants to sell their product online and uses social media to promote themselves. To determine whether to use a dog or a cat as their mascot, they have been doing some research. The number of people who click on links with an image of a dog or a cat. So they've noticed that they've had these amounts of clicks. They've got some statistics to go along with it. And they also have a histogram that goes along with it. And we're asked, based on the shape of the distribution, so we can see the shape from the graph, what measure of center and measure of variability would you use to compare the distribution? So let's jump into this. Let's see. It says that we have, or it looks like we have a shape on the left that's somewhat of a bell shape. And I would say it is roughly symmetrical, although it's not perfectly symmetrical by any means. It is roughly symmetrical. And this one is also somewhat bell shaped with a very tall bell, but generally symmetrical. That one's a little higher on that side, but overall symmetrical. So, with the symmetry that you're going to see, you're not going to see perfect symmetry on these shapes. But if it is generally symmetrical, then you can go with what measures symmetry well, which is going to be, in this case, I would go with the mean and the standard deviation, not the mean, whatever that is, the mean and the standard deviation. I would pick those two because it seems to be mostly symmetrical. And the reasoning for that, make sure that you give your reasoning for that because the shape of the distribution is symmetrical and mean and standard deviation are appropriate to use whenever you have that symmetry going on. So make sure you add that explanation down here. I'm not going to write that down. You can do that yourself and listen to the video. Adios, mis amigos. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.